Everything you know about Amazon ads is wrong. You're spending too much money without making any money. So in this video, I want to explain to you what the Amazon flywheel effect is. And just to give you a bit of context who I am and what I do, my name is Iani. I am a seven-figure e-commerce seller. I've been selling on Amazon for over 5 years. We manage over 20 million in revenue, millions in ad spend, and millions in ad sales. We track everything incredibly carefully in our own reporting dashboard. And we have a lot of data when it comes to Amazon spending, Amazon sales, and where the profits are. And something that I'm seeing in the last year is something called the Amazon flywheel effect. And that's exactly what I want to speak in today's video. So what is the Amazon flywheel effect? The Amazon flywheel effect is something we call in the space where when you're advertising outside of Amazon, it can be TikTok Shop, it can be your website, any advertising or any activity you have outside of Amazon creates a flywheel effect and overspill in ads and organic search for you on Amazon. Example, if my brand is spending a good amount of money on meta ads and people are going to my website, they're starting to remember that name, they will most likely, and many times you see, they will start searching for your brand on Amazon. They'll create what's called search volume. So when they're searching on Amazon, they're searching for your brand. But if your brand is not on Amazon, they cannot find it. So they're buying another product. Now, when you're on Amazon and you start running some ads, and this works very well when you're running brand defense campaigns, meaning basically branded keywords. So if your brand is called 123, you're advertising those keys at 123. And because people are looking for your brand, they're going to convert much easier and you're going to get a lot of more sales organically because your product is becoming more popular. Now, I've seen this work incredibly well and I've seen people do a lot better organic sales and the ads perform a lot better. That's why when you see on Amazon, more established brands can do very well right away because of that. Now, this has significantly changed the last year. 2-3 years ago wasn't as big as it is now, but I've seen brands who bring outside traffic, external traffic, that can be via TikTok Shop, that can be via meta ads, that can be via being a more popular product on social media. They start getting a lot more searches on Amazon and that does incredibly well for them. Now, an important clarification I need to make here. It doesn't mean just because people are searching for you on Amazon, they're stealing customers from the other platforms. They're very different. So people who are looking for your product on Amazon are going to shop on Amazon regardless. The question here is, are they going to shop your product or are they going to shop your competitor's product? So they're there already, and Amazon is the type of platform that when people go there, they actually buy stuff. And that's the big difference. A lot of brands have this misconception of I'm stealing traffic and away from my website on TikTok Shop. No, that's not true. I've seen brands we work with that do 100,000 on TikTok. They go to Amazon and that number doesn't vary. They don't steal traffic, but people who start to know your product or see your product in ads or in video, they start searching for you on Amazon and you're capturing their search. Because remember, people see your brand. They get familiar outside of Amazon. And then they go on Amazon, the number one most trusted platform for them. They go there to buy your product. If they don't see it, they're going to buy another product that's very similar to yours or even the same. So you better be there. You need to be seen. You need to capture that market share. So why does it do so well on Amazon? Because as I mentioned, Amazon is the most trusted platform. People go there to buy. People don't go there just to look. People go there, they add the basket and to buy. And Amazon is the most trusted platform. So what that means is that when they go there, they trust Amazon 100% to deliver their product via Prime. And remember, if you're selling outside of Amazon, you're probably not doing next day delivery. You don't have the Prime badge. So when they go to Amazon, they see you have the Prime badge, they trust it even more. It creates even more credibility for your product because if your customer sees you on Amazon, if they see you on TikTok Shop, if they see you on your website, it creates a lot more credibility. And that's the name of the game if you want to make a lot more sales. So now the most important question probably that needs to be answered is how do you create this flywheel effect, this spillover effect? How do you actually create it? And it's not very simple. Now, a lot of brands are already doing it because if you're selling on a website, you are already running meta ads, you're running some type of email marketing. Same on TikTok Shop, you're doing affiliate videos, you're doing some advertising, you're doing some type of level of pushing, or if you have social media, you push there significantly, and that starts to create a buzz. Now, the better you perform in these platforms, the more buzz, search term, and search volume there will be on Amazon. So in very few words, the key here is to spend money on ads and create a buzz, or do that organically, which is more difficult because the more you do that, the more search you get on Amazon. That's how you create it in so few words. Now, that can be very expensive. So ideally, you want to make sure you're making money on the other platforms, and Amazon is the cherry on the top. Also, something that we've seen is that when you start doing better on Amazon, you start doing better on other platforms as well because Amazon gives you that extra credibility. Remember, most customers, most people that buy on Amazon don't know how easy or difficult it is to get on Amazon. So being on Amazon gives you a lot more credibility, and that is the key. Your brand might look a lot bigger than it is because they see you, wow, they have a website, they're on TikTok Shop, they're on Amazon, they're everywhere, they must be a huge brand. Now, the key here, technically, how do you capitalize it from an advertising standpoint on Amazon? On Amazon, when it comes to that, you want to make sure that you're attacking heavily branded keywords. They will most likely be searching for you, the brand name. So make sure you're running campaigns on your brand name. Something that I will also make sure is that, of course, you're running campaigns for other keywords that are relevant to your product, because nothing really changes. The big difference that changes is that your brand is going to have that momentum from other platforms, but the strategy on ads is you should still do all the manual ads, the auto ads, sponsored videos, sponsored brands, but the strategy per se doesn't change significantly. Yes, you're going to push a little bit more on branded keywords, but you also need to make sure that you have all your strategies when it comes to ads. Have all the manual campaigns, all the auto campaigns. If you can do sponsored brands and sponsored video, do that, and it should work a lot better and get better returns. You can go as aggressive as you want. You can also start a little bit less aggressive. Many times you see great results if you have a lot of buzz outside of Amazon. So make sure you're running your campaigns. Don't just let it be organic, because you're going to leave a lot of money on the table. But one thing that I would really emphasize you to understand as a brand owner or someone who wants to start a brand is that in 2025, 2026, you can't be on all channels. Amazon is an amazing channel and the biggest by far, right? Biggest marketplace. But if you can be on your website, if you can be on TikTok Shop, if you can be on eBay, if you can be on Temu and be on Amazon, that will only help you more. If you have the operational capabilities and the budget and you understand them, being on all platforms can only help you, not hurt you, because that's free distribution, and that's the key. And if it works in one platform and you get that flywheel effect, that starts spilling over on Amazon, on TikTok Shop, on your website, and it only gets better. And that's where your return on ads becomes very, very good. I hope you like this video. A lot more of these are coming. Check the links below, our agency case studies, or just check all the videos we've done in the past. A lot more is coming in 2026, so let's get after it.